Welcome to Tales in Bloom, where stories come alive and imagination knows no bounds. Today, we set sail on an extraordinary adventure in the Lost Compass. Imagine discovering a magical compass during a fierce storm, a compass that leads you to a hidden island full of secrets and wonders. Sounds exciting, right? Well, that's exactly what happens to Tom, a young sailor with a heart full of courage and a thirst for adventure. Let's hop into the tale. Tom was a young sailor with big dreams. He loved the sea and spent most of his days on his ship, the Sea Star. One night, while sailing through calm waters, the wind suddenly howled, and dark clouds filled the sky. The storm came out of nowhere. The waves rose like mountains, tossing the ship back and forth. Tom held tightly to the wheel, his heart pounding. "Hold steady, Sea Star," he shouted, but his voice was lost in the roar of the storm. Suddenly, a bright flash of lightning struck the deck, splitting open an old wooden chest that Tom had found weeks ago in a market. Something shiny rolled out and hit his boot. It was a strange-looking compass. Tom picked it up and noticed that the compass wasn't pointing north. Instead, the needle spun in circles before stopping and glowing softly. "What is this?" Tom whispered, holding the compass closer. As soon as Tom touched the glowing compass, the storm stopped. The sea became calm again, as if the storm had never happened. Tom looked at the compass, now pointing firmly in one direction. Tom took the compass to his cabin and studied it under the light of a lantern. It had strange symbols etched around the edges: waves, stars, and tiny islands. The needle glowed faintly, and the symbols seemed to shimmer. As Tom turned the compass in his hands, a voice spoke. It was soft but clear, as if someone were whispering in his ear. "Follow my path, and you will find the Island of Secrets." Tom jumped, looking around the empty cabin. "Who said that?" he asked, his voice shaking. The voice spoke again. "Do not be afraid, sailor. I am the compass of truth. I will guide you to treasures and mysteries beyond your wildest dreams." Tom's fear turned into curiosity. He decided to trust the compass and follow where it led. "All right, compass of truth," Tom said, smiling. "Let's see what secrets you have for me." But what secrets does this island hold? What treasures will Tom uncover? And how will this magical journey change his life forever? Stay with us to find out. The compass pointed west, toward the open sea. Tom adjusted the sails and set course. As the ship moved, the compass glowed brighter, and the night sky filled with stars. For 3 days and nights, Tom followed the compass across calm seas. On the morning of the 4th day, he saw something incredible: a faint outline of land surrounded by a shimmering mist. As the ship sailed closer, the mist parted, revealing a breathtaking island. The trees sparkled like they were made of crystals, and the sand glittered under the sunlight. Strange, colorful birds with shining feathers flew overhead, singing songs Tom had never heard before. "This must be the Island of Secrets," Tom exclaimed. He dropped anchor and rowed to the shore in a small boat. The moment his feet touched the sand, the compass glowed brighter than ever. If you love stories that whisk you away to magical lands and spark your imagination, make sure to hit that like button to support my channel. Subscribe to Tales in Bloom for more enchanting adventures that will leave you spellbound. Turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when a new tale blooms. Share this video with friends and family who love exciting stories. And don't forget to leave a comment below. What would you do if you found a magical compass? Let's continue with the story. Tom walked through the jungle, following the compass. The trees seemed alive, their branches moving gently as if welcoming him. Flowers as big as his head bloomed in every color of the rainbow. In the distance, Tom saw ancient ruins covered in vines. The compass guided him toward them, its glow lighting the way through the thick jungle. As he approached, he noticed carvings on the stone walls depicting ships, stars, and strange creatures. Tom's heart raced as he stepped closer. The air felt different here, heavier but filled with a sense of wonder. He reached a large stone doorway, half open, and peered inside. Inside, the ruins opened into a vast hall, with beams of sunlight streaming through cracks in the ceiling. The floor was lined with moss, and the walls glowed faintly as if alive with magic. Tom stepped into the hall, his boots echoing softly. At the center of the room stood a pedestal surrounded by carvings of waves and stars. On the pedestal lay a golden chest, its surface glowing faintly. The compass in Tom's hand hummed softly, its glow growing brighter as he approached the chest. "This must be what it's been leading me to," he whispered. Tom hesitated for a moment, wondering if it could be a trap. But the compass seemed to reassure him, its warmth calming his nerves. He reached out and opened the chest carefully. Inside was a crystal shaped like a star, pulsing with a soft, golden light. As soon as Tom touched it, he felt a surge of energy flow through him. The carvings on the walls glowed brighter, and the room seemed to come alive. The compass spoke again. "You have found the heart of the island. Its power will guide you to even greater adventures, sailor." Tom felt a mix of awe and excitement. The crystal's light reflected in his eyes as he held it close. "Thank you," he said softly, knowing his journey was far from over. With the crystal safely tucked into his pocket, Tom left the ruins and returned to the beach. The compass, now glowing brighter than ever, pointed in a new direction north. As he reached the shore, he looked back at the island. Its trees sparkled in the sunlight, and the colorful birds sang as if bidding him farewell. "Goodbye, Island of Secrets," Tom said, smiling. Tom boarded his ship and set sail, the compass guiding him once more. The sea was calm, and the horizon stretched endlessly before him. As the wind filled the sails and the stars began to appear in the sky, Tom felt a new sense of purpose. He wasn't just a sailor anymore, he was an explorer, destined to uncover the world's greatest secrets. Tom smiled and whispered to himself, "This is only the beginning." As Tom sailed away from the Island of Secrets, the calm waves seemed to whisper promises of adventure. The compass in his hand pulsed gently, almost like it had a heartbeat of its own, guiding him forward. The crystal star in his pocket felt warm, as though it carried a piece of the island's magic with it. Tom couldn't help but wonder, what other treasures and mysteries were out there, waiting to be discovered? He looked up at the night sky, now filled with countless stars. They seemed brighter than ever, twinkling as if they knew a secret they weren't ready to share. The compass needle shifted slightly, pointing firmly toward the north. Tom adjusted the sails and steadied the ship's course. "North it is," he said, his voice filled with excitement. Suddenly, a pod of glowing dolphins leapt out of the water, swimming alongside the ship as if guiding him on his new path. Their radiant forms illuminated the dark ocean, filling Tom with awe. As dawn broke, the first rays of sunlight painted the horizon with golden hues. Tom leaned against the ship's wheel, watching as the world seemed to wake up around him. Seagulls called out overhead, and the salty breeze filled the air with energy. Tom thought back to the storm that had brought him the compass. What had seemed like a disaster had turned into the greatest adventure of his life. Now, he felt ready for whatever lay ahead. "Every sailor dreams of treasure," Tom said to himself, "but I've found something even better, the courage to explore the unknown." With that, he tightened his grip on the wheel and smiled. The compass glowed brighter, and the ship sailed toward the horizon, where new mysteries awaited. Moral Lessons 1. Courage leads to discovery. Tom faced his fears and followed the unknown path. This teaches us that being brave and exploring new things can lead to amazing discoveries and experiences. 2. Trust your instincts and tools. The magical compass guided Tom to the Island of Secrets because he trusted it. This shows us the importance of believing in ourselves and using the resources we have wisely. 3. Every challenge has a purpose. The storm seemed scary at first, but it led Tom to the magical compass and an incredible adventure. This reminds us that challenges can bring unexpected opportunities if we stay hopeful. If you love stories that whisk you away to magical lands and spark your imagination, make sure to hit that like button to support my channel. Subscribe to Tales in Bloom for more enchanting adventures that will leave you spellbound. Turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when a new tale blooms. Share this video with friends and family who love exciting stories. And don't forget to leave a comment below. What would you do if you found a magical compass? Thank you for joining me on this magical journey. Your support helps Tales in Bloom grow, and I can't wait to bring you more adventures. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and let your imagination bloom.